Hello.
I'm sorry. Okay. Ready? Okay. Hi everybody, it's Ali, and I'm here with my boyfriend Nigel, and today we're going to reveal his 23andMe DNA results. Real quick, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. My grandparents, actually, my mom's side are from Trinidad and Tobago, and my grandparents on my dad's side are from Barbados.
Yeah, okay. So, just like me, from Trinidad, but my great-grandparents are from Barbados, so we both have lineage going back to Barbados. So, without any further ado, let's share his results. Let me pull it up. So, go ahead.
The breakdown is I am 89.8% sub-Saharan African.
That's a lot of Africa.
Of that 89.8%, it's comprised of West African at 85.6%. That is interesting. Central and South African at 2.1%, and broadly Sub-Saharan African at 2.1%. Okay, so sliding down, it says that I'm 9.5% European. And that breakdown of that 9.5%, 6.8% is Northwestern European. British and Irish is at 2.8%, and broadly Northwestern European at 4.0%. Southern European at 1.3%, Iberian at 0.7%, broadly Southern European at 0.5%, and broadly European at 1.4%. It says I am East Asian and Native American, 0.4%. The breakdown of East Asian and Native American is Southeast Asian at 0.4%, and broadly East Asian and Native American at less than 0.1%. And then 0.3% is unassigned.
So, okay, so that's your 23andMe results. What I love about 23andMe is they also give you extra testing. So they also let you know about your haplogroups. I think that's how you pronounce it. Seeing that he's a guy, they get to reveal his maternal and paternal side. As a female, I only know my maternal side, and to find out my paternal side, I'll have to test my brothers or my father or any one of my uncles so that I can get those results. So let's start with your mom's side.
It says the origin of the haplogroup L1B1A. It said it's the only branch of L1B that expanded to Northeast Africa. It appears to have arrived in Northeast Africa about 15,000 years ago. Highlight. Today, L1B1A is found almost exclusively in Ethiopia and Sudan.
Wow. Okay.
Example populations: Nigerians, Guineans.
Okay, so now let's look at your father's side.
So the origin of the E1B1A branch of haplogroup E was predominant in Africa south of the Sahara Desert. It spread to this region about 4,000 years ago, along with the expansion of Bantu-speaking people out of Western Africa. The highlight says the E1B1A is the most common Y chromosome haplogroup among African American men. Example populations: Bantu speakers and African American.
Okay. 23andMe also gives you another test. It's called a Neanderthal. It tells you how much Neanderthal is in how much Neanderthal is actually in your DNA. So let's look that up. Neanderthal ancestry. Hold on. So let's read up on this. Neanderthals are ancient humans who interbred with modern humans before becoming extinct 40,000 years ago. This report tells you how much of your ancestry can be tracked back to Neanderthals. Okay, so this says that you have 30 Neanderthal variants, and this is less than 100% of 23andMe customers. Alright, so let's go to taste and smell. Nigel, you're more likely to taste certain bitter compounds. Are you sensitive to bitter stuff?
Some stuff, not a lot of them sensitive to a lot.
Okay. You are likely to prefer salty than savory snacks?
This is fact.
That's fact? Really? Okay. That's me too. I didn't know that. I thought you more like
More like salty stuff and seasoned stuff with flavor.
Nigel, you are not likely to be able to smell the asparagus metabite in your pee.
What?
Alright, moving on. Okay, so taste and smell, facial features. Okay, let's see what they say about your face. Nigel, you are not likely to have a cleft chin. You have a cleft chin? No. Okay. You are not likely to have cheek dimples.
But I do.
You have dimples? Where? You don't know dimples? Okay. You are likely to have little to no unibrow. You have little. You have little. I have no unibrow. You have little. You are not likely to have a widow's peak. You guys are good, 23andMe. So let's go to your eyes. Eye color. Nigel, you are likely to have dark colored eyes.
I do.
This is true. You had a 1% chance of having blue eyes. 1%. What a 99%. So 72%. Your chances of having dark brown eyes are 72%.
Which is what I have.
Yeah. So Nigel, you are likely to have detached earlobes. Do you? I think. Okay, it is detached. Because if it was attached, it would be more. It would be like more round, and it wouldn't have that loop thingy. I guess. You are likely to have dark hair. Okay. You are not likely to have red hair. It's 99%. 99%. They are 99% sure that you don't have red hair. You had a 1% chance of having red hair. But what if that 1% of you having red hair and that 1% of you having blue eyes matched up?
I would be in trouble.
Trouble. You are likely to have straight or wavy hair.
It's true.
Your hair straight?
That's why it's not really.
Slightly wavy. That's what they're saying about your hair. 34% slightly wavy. Nigel, you are likely to have been born with little to no hair.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
You are not likely. Okay, I think this is where it. Love you.
Touch me. You are not likely to experience hair loss before the age of 40.
Lies.
However, at the tender age of 27,
I said not likely. So I mean, they didn't say it was impossible.
This thing say 81% no hair loss and 19% hair loss.
Did your father experience hair loss?
No.
Okay then, so according to your DNA, you wasn't supposed to experience hair loss before the age of 40.
Yes,
so that's what I said, not likely.
Set up.
If you have hair loss, you're not likely to experience a distinct bald spot. Oh, I love you. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Nigel, you're likely to have little or no upper back hair.
Really? Really?
Little to no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I could have actually right. I just wanted to. Nigel, you are likely to have longer ring finger than index finger. Let me see. Is it? My ring finger is longer than the index. Yours?
Actually, it is. Slightly.
Slightly. You are likely to have a longer second toe than big toe.
I did not see my toe. So
I know you're not sure, but let me see it, naman. Let me see your toe, naman. Show me your toe. Pull it out, naman. You know what? It is kind of longer. Your second toe is a little bit, it's tiny. You can't really tell. It don't look bad. You have nice feet. You have nice feet. He has nice manly feet. Everybody. You are likely to have wet earwax. Is that true?
You did. Do you sneeze after going from a dark room out into bright sunlight?
Never.
Even if you... Nigel, you are not likely to sneeze when suddenly exposed to bright light.
What kind of thing? Who does sneeze in the sun?
Totally like...
Nigel, you are likely to have darker skin.
Yes.
59% chances that your skin is light brown.
It's fairly accurate.
You are not likely to have lots of freckles.
Nope, don't have freckles.
You have freckles? I have a little bit of freckles on my legs. 23andMe has a tool on there where you can compare your DNA with your friends and family members. So we're going to compare each other's DNA, okay? Relationship. We cannot detect identical DNA segments between you and Alison. That means we're not related. High five. Okay. So we share 0 DNA, and if we did, the lines would be in there showing. Compare 46 health and wellness reports with Alison. Oh yeah, the carrier status. We didn't look that up. In 23andMe, they tell you if you have any illnesses or anything that's detected in your DNA. So this is like a whole long line of
a whole list
of stuff. Sickle cell anemia, nope, and nope. None for me, none for you too. Praise God, hallelujah. Usher syndrome, I've never heard of that sickness before. Yes, it says you're likely lactose intolerant.
That might explain a
few things, yeah. Deep sleep, less likely a deep sleeper.
That's true.
Okay. Caffeine consumption, most likely consume less caffeine. Okay, so facial features, eye color, darker eyes, dimples, no dimples, little no unibrow. We have the same thing. No widow's peak, no cleft chin, detached earlobes. Taste and smell, 2 similarities. Oh, you can taste bitter stuff. I can't. Okay, which is probably why I like some bitter stuff. We both prefer salty snacks. We both can't smell the asparagus in our pee. Okay. Physical characteristics. They said my big toe is longer, which is true. And his second toe is longer than his big toe, which is true. Ring finger longer, which is true. We both have wet earwax. Whatever. Dark or light hair, dark hair, and we both have no red hair. Okay, so let's look at my ancestry makeup and yours. Yes. So you 89.8%, I'm 90.7%. So I'm what, like almost 1% more African than you are. So European, you're 9.5%. You're 9.5% European, and I'm 7.9%. So you're more European than me.
Interesting.
East Asian and Native American. I'm 0.1%. You are 0.4%. So you are more Asian than me. I'm more Native American than I am. Oh, wait, hold up. You're 0 Native American. And South Asian, which is Indian, I'm 0.6% and you're 0% Indian. So you have no Indian in you. Okay, so my maternal lineage is L1C1C and yours is L1B1A. And my paternal, I can't get my paternal side because I don't have that Y chromosome because I'm a girl. The paternal line assignment comes from the Y chromosome, which is passed down from father to son. Women are not assigned a paternal haplogroup because they do not inherit a Y chromosome. Females can link their paternal haplogroup by sharing with a relative on their father's side. Check back later to see if this relative has linked their haplogroup. Nigel, you are more Neanderthal than me. DNA relatives. These are all his
brother, sister out there, you know about.
These are all his long lost family members that he never knew about, that he's going to reunite with right now. Let's look that up. Okay, so how much are 1,305? 1,305 people who took the test with 23andMe, they are connected to him DNA-wise. I'm jealous.
That's a way, you know.
I only have 389 people connected to me on 23andMe, and you have 1,300. And I thought I had a little family. Okay, so we can't show you the details of those people, but they found a 3rd to 5th cousin, a Guyanese guy. So Guyana's like close to Trinidad, so that makes sense. They dropped some people off on the boat in Barbados while they dropped some other, or they probably separated a family in Barbados, and that slave owner took their slave to Guyana. You know, that could have been the situation. You know, but yeah, you have a cousin, in a Guyanese cousin. 0.32% of your DNA is the same. And oh snap, you guys have the same paternal haplogroup and the same maternal haplogroup. That's weird. So you share an ancestor. You share the same ancestor on your mom's side and dad's side too. So he's related to you on both ends. Wow. I don't know if you know, but I took his raw DNA from 23andMe and I put in another machine called GEDmatch, and it pulled up some more results for him to see. So I used the K8 African only Oracle, and these are his results here, and they break down more of your African side. So most of you come from Congo. When last you hear about the Congo man? So when last you jump to Congo jump? So 55.39% from what I guess West Benin Congo, and then 25% of that Eastern Congo, and then you have some other places in Africa, southern hunter gatherers and stuff like that. And these are the different tribes. Mandinka, you are Mandinka warrior, my brother. And then so Mali's number 1, number 2 is Nigeria, and then you have Congo, and then Igbo in Nigeria too, Kaba from Chad, Yoruba from Nigeria, Fang from Cameroon, Bada from Cameroon, Bantu from Kenya. Now remember, Fulani from Nigeria, I have that in my results too. Now remember, all these tribes are there because remember we have a lot of ancestors, a whole lot. You know, we have 2 parents, 4 grandparents, double that, 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-great-grandparents. So the higher up you go, it's more and more and more people. You know, so when you take a whole bunch of Africans and you put them on boats and then place them in a totally different place, there's going to be a whole lot of mixing there. I then took your DNA and put it in another machine called NutraHacker. So NutraHacker now, it puts in the information and gives you some health results, and it tells you things for your health, things to stay away from, and things that you should pay attention to. So these are your detox results here, and they're telling you, they're encouraging some stuff, and they're telling you to avoid some things like milk thistle. What's that? Never heard of milk thistle before. And it
avoid grapefruit?
Yes, Dread. Why? Detoxifies prescription drugs and most steroid hormones. Okay, so they encourage you to take whey. Avoid vitamin E. I'm not sure why. But they said that vitamin B2 is good for you, B3, vitamin B5, and what is this called? Molybdenum. Progesterone. Zinc. They said zinc is good for you. Vitamin B6 is good. B3, potassium, all that stuff. What? Folinic acid and folate. They said you should stay away from that. Menthol B12. Grapeseed extract. They said that's good for you. And menthol B12 is good for you. So that is the result from NutraHacker. Athletigen. In this website, Athletigen, basically they take your DNA and they give you some recommendations. Normal sensitivity to saturated fats. 23andMe said that same thing. You have a low sensitivity to caffeine.
Yeah.
Normal daily calorie intake. Less likely to eat normal amount of calories a day. Normal weight gain from unsaturated fats. Normal daily carbohydrate intake. They said you have a lower vulnerability to tendon injury. You're less prone to tendon injuries than the average person. Lower vulnerability to disc injury. Less prone to disc injury in your lower back, which is a good thing. Average vulnerability to ligament injury. And better focus under pressure, less focus in low stress situation. I believe that. Because if it's a high stress situation, you are focused. Power muscle performance. Higher ratio of power-oriented muscles associated with explosive performance and elite sprint power. Hey. Lower vulnerability to disc injury. Less prone to disc injury. Lower back. Power-oriented. Better performance at power activities. Okay. Obtain healthy sources of saturated fats. eat nuts, nut butter, seeds, coconut oil, eggs, and seafood. And we're done with Athletigen. And let's go to one last one. It's called DNA.Land. DNA.Land is a cool website. This is from Columbia University, and they give you another ancestry breakdown. And they said you are 91% African. I guess they rounded up from 23andMe. 82% West Africa, 9.3 East Africa. From West Africa, we got the lower Niger Valley, 58%, Mende, 17%, and Senegal River Valley, 6.9%. And then East Africa, 9.3%. And West Eurasian, you got Northwest European, 3.5%, 3.3% Finnish.
Finnish.
Hey.
Interesting.
So the lower Niger Valley, that includes Yoruba and Eastern in Nigeria and Yoruba. Nigeria. Mende, that's Sierra Leone. Mende people in Sierra Leone. Senegal River Valley, that's the Mandinka in Senegal. Remember, Mandinka came up in the in your GEDmatch results. East African, Bantu, and other tribes in Kenya. Northwest European, Scottish, alright, British, Icelandic, yeah, in Iceland, Norwegian in Norway, and Finnish in Finland. So that is the DNA.Land results. Oh, and we could compare it next to mine. You're 91, I'm 92%, so it's still a 1% difference. Alright, so that's pretty much it. We looked up the results of 23andMe, we looked up GEDmatch, NutraHacker, Athletigen, and DNA.Land. So I think that's it.
That's it.
What's your opinion of this experience?
It was fun. It was interesting to learn about that. That was cool. I like it.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. And I guess that's it. See you next time.
See you next time.
Where is this? What is putting this cup for? Where is going? Who getting my DNA? Who is 23andMe?
What? Like almost 1% more African than you are. Nigel, you are more Neanderthal than me.
I feel some type of way about that, but okay.
I don't disagree. You have hair on your arms. That should mean something.